All right, so this is video number 2 of The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy. All right, let's continue from where I left off. There'll be a link in the description if you don't know where video 1 is, or if you want to listen to video 1. Okay, what is most important to your reader? There is a classic sales legend about the hot-shot salesman pitching a new home heating system to a little old lady. He told her everything there was to tell about BTUs, construction, warranty, service, and so on. When he finally shut up and said, I have just one question. Will this thing keep a little old lady warm? The mistake is even easier to make in crafting a sales letter because there's no possibility of corrective feedback from the customer during the presentation. That's why you must determine accurately in advance what their priorities are. And you must address their priorities, not yours. I was once asked to write a corporate fundraising letter for the Arthritis Foundation's annual telethon. In examining sample letters other nonprofit organizations sent to corporate donors, I noticed that they all had the same failing in common. They talked a great length about their own priorities, what they needed the money for, and how it would be used, but hardly addressed the donor's priorities at all. So I visualized myself as the business owner or executive being banged by all these worthy charities, please, and asked myself, if I were to give, what would be important to me? I came up with this list. What benefit to me or my company justifies the cost? Who else had picked this drive to contribute to? How can I validate my judgment? 3. How would I get the money to give? What budget would it come out of? What other expense would have to be reduced to afford this new one? With that list in mind, I wrote the letter reproduced on the following exhibits. Exhibit number 2. It garnered a response of only half of 1%. But the responses were from important new donors, one of whom contributed a large sum. This one new donor's contribution covered about half of all the costs of the local telethon that year. Perhaps most important, every expert associated with this project believed that such a letter would not work at all. Their previous experiences told them so. And in the terms of return on investment, it was the most successful fundraising effort ever, mounted by this local chapter. So why did this letter work where others had failed? Because it directly addressed the interests of the recipient, not the sender. So this goes to show it's all about marketing is really about helping other people. It really is. It's like giving them the message that they want to hear. Fundraising facts. Direct mail is responsible for 78% of all donations received compared to 9% via the internet. This is, I think, a 2009 book. 89% of new donors are acquired via direct mail. Excuse me. Source National Fundraising Performance Survey, including data from 38 million donors, $2 billion in revenue, and 79 of the largest nonprofit organizations in the world. Get a fix on the prospect, customer, client, and on his or her desires. Failing to do so will undermine all your efforts. How an outsider becomes an insider. Here's a letter I got from my platinum member, Jerry Jones, president of Direct Marketing and Coaching Company, providing services to dentists nationwide. So this is a testimonial pitch by Dan Kennedy. Back in 1997, after about 2 months of owning this business, I read the 10 smart questions in this chapter. The list exposed my biggest handicap in marketing to dentists, not being one of them. Because I'm not the customer in my niche, I have had to work hard at understanding what motivates them, what keeps them awake at night, and what current desirable carrot is to them. Here are 6 things I do to stay in that frame of mind, and I'm apparently managing to do it because I'm frequently accused of being a dentist. That's pretty good. 1. I read every industry publication every month. 2. I visit websites that host discussions forums for dentists. 3. I subscribe to mailing groups where only dentists communicate back and forth. 4. I attend industry functions, conventions, seminars, and trade shows. 5. I play prospect with other product and service providers to dentists. 6. I routinely mastermind with dentists and with other marketers and vendors who provide services to the profession. I think this is so important that I even invested in 3 dental practices to get more first-hand understanding and to have laboratories to test my new strategies, ideas, direct mail campaigns, and products. Wow, that's pretty good. So he subscribed to email groups, he attended industry functions, he played prospect, he routinely went to vendors, he visited websites, he even invested his own practice. Okay, exhibit number 2. Blank Director of Marketing, Dear Blank. So let's just say, because it's fill in the blank template here that he's reading, or I'm reading. Exhibit number 2. Justin, I think of a name here. Facebook Director of Marketing, Dear Mark Zuckerberg. Special highly effective TV exposure at half the ordinary cost, even a smaller fraction of the ordinary cost, even free. Yes, it is possible. Our annual Arthritis Foundation Telethon has moved to Channel 10, and we are offering an expanded, more flexible, more creative range of sponsor opportunities to businesses of all sizes in the Valley. Many corporate sponsors last year actually participated, spending little or no money. The funds were raised through fundraising events or promotions involving their employees or customers. For example, the major corporation used several employee promotions and raised over $50,000. A small company used a bowl-a-thon with their employees, family members, and friends and raised $5,000. Both receive excellent exposure on the telethon, and this year the opportunities are even greater. There are many different sponsor programs available, including several that give you a competition-free exclusive position. Sponsors are needed for each hour for the phone banks, for the interview area, where guests are interviewed by the celebrity hosts, for the table banners, and much more. There are even a few 1 and 2-minute video presentation opportunities, company exposure, available. In all cases, representatives of your firm come on the show for you, your people, and your products. We will also assist you every step of the way with your employee fundraising event or other promotions to raise the funds for your sponsorship. There really is no good reason not to participate. As a sponsor, you'll be showing your concern for the community in a connection with a situation that at one time or another will affect over 35% of all families. Arthritis is one of the most common, frustrating, debilitating diseases. It is understandably one of a great concern to many people. Also, the Arthritis Foundation has an excellent track record in terms of appropriate use of funds for research and education rather than organizational overhead. We believe the real cures for arthritis are just around the corner. You can help us get there. With our telethon on Channel 10, we will benefit from their superior production capability, involvement of their popular celebrities, and advanced promotional opportunities. Our telethon will be on our several hours immediately before and again immediately after an NBA basketball game, which we believe will increase our viewership. And of course, we're mixing our live local shows with a feed from the national telethon featuring major Hollywood entertainers. Everything points to our highest, most responsive viewership ever. You'll be in good company too with the local and national sponsors like Thrifty, Sears, Allstate, Greyhound, Prudential, and Procter & Gamble. To summarize, you have an opportunity to 1. Help a good worthy cause. 2. Gain valuable TV exposure and publicity. 3. Get all the benefits with little or no money out of your present budget. We'll work with your employees to raise the funds. 4. Possibly have exclusive position if you act quickly. 5. Have complete step-by-step assistance from our staff. Why not give me a call? Let's arrange a meeting where I can personally explain the different standard opportunities available and then brainstorm with you the best ways for your business to participate. There's no obligation, of course, and certainly no pressure, but together we just may figure out a perfect situation for your business. Thank you for your consideration. Joel L. Beck, Telethon Chairman for Arthritis Foundation. Letter reprinted with permission of Dan Kennedy, writer, and Joel Beck. Oh, so Dan Kennedy wrote this letter. It's pretty good because it's very specific to the audience, like what their needs are. Jerry's an extremely astute marketer who has enjoyed enormous success doing something that is generally difficult to do, becoming a respected, sought-after coach, consultant, and guru to professions he's never been a part of. It's far more common for the guru to have come up through the same industry, to have been where his students and clients are. Acquiring a deep understanding of target customer should not be shortchanged by anyone writing sales copy at any time for any purpose. As I was writing this edition of this book, I was writing copy for a long-time client, the Gunther Ranker Corporation, for their usually successful proactive brand of acne products. There are 3 different people to talk to about this: the teen sufferer, the teen moms, and playing odds, the adult female sufferer. This had me reading past and current issues of nearly 100 magazines, including all the teen and preteen magazines, all the mom magazines, and all the women's magazines, having copious online research done for me, doing conversational research directly with people in 3 groups, and even hiring a dozen freelance readers, teens, parents of teens, and young women to critique my copy. Also, as I was writing this edition of this book, I began to work on copy aimed at highly successful professional financial investment advisors and financial planners and top performing life insurance and annuity agents, which required a similar investment of time and energy in crawling inside their psyche, tribal language, and daily experiences. Freelance writers worth their salt know they must do this sort of thing and do. The danger for the business owner writing the copy for himself and for his own business is ingrained assumption, encouraging, shortcutting, or altogether neglecting the step. The only sure way to keep your own accumulated but untested opinions and beliefs about your customers from sabotaging your sales letters is to start anew from scratch and to engage in getting to know the customers just as if you are arriving to write for them for the first time with no foreknowledge. That's interesting. Okay. So we'll leave it there. That's actually pretty insightful. Man, this book is worth reading a bunch of times. I wish it was an audiobook. Again, this audiobook's ended. You can probably go to the next one if it's still there. I apologize if this is not a really good audiobook. I'm doing this for selfish reasons. I want to read the book, but I can't read the book. So I'm reading it for other people that appreciate this. So I appreciate you. If you appreciate this, just let me know. Because I do like, and no one is immune to compliments. So anyways, hopefully I'll have the next one up soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.